I don't think that there has ever been a political party in the entirety of human existence that has ever been more obsessed with your sex life than the Republican Party of the United States of America. They want to know what you're doing, who you're doing it to. They want to regulate in some states what kind of props you can use. They want to regulate what kind of positions you can be in. All from red states, by the way, and yes, those laws are still on the books. And now, coming from Donald Trump's own Department of Transportation with his newly confirmed Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, they sent a memo out Thursday evening directing the Department of Transportation to give priority to projects, to funding projects in areas that have higher birth rates. Because again, Republicans are absolutely obsessed with sex. Like, apparently that is the only thing these people think about, unless, of course, they're thinking about tax cuts, which maybe that gets them a little randy, and then they start thinking about sex again. But this is, one, creepy as hell, and two, one of the most insane policies I have ever heard in my 20 plus years of covering American politics. This is insane. But let me read this to you. Newly confirmed Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy buried the oddly specific requirement by describing the Wednesday memo, I said Thursday, it was Wednesday, I guess, as focused on economic growth rather than population growth, and echoed President Donald Trump's criticism of programs to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion. The American people deserve an efficient, safe, and pro-growth transportation system based on sound decision-making, not political ideologies. And then, of course, he said, but hey, if you're out there, just cranking out babies, then we're going to give you preferential treatment. But don't worry, because it's not just areas with high birth rates. They're also looking to prioritize areas, according to the memo, with higher than average marriage rates. Yeah, speaking of higher than average marriage rates, you do realize, Mr. Duffy, that you're working for a man that's been married 3 times and has cheated on every single wife he's ever had. So if y'all want to talk about we need the sanctity of the family, he's got how many kids with how many different women, right? That we know of through 3 different marriages. I mean, this is just, it's the height of hypocrisy. Like, we don't do DEI and give priority to certain groups of people. And then we're totally going to give priority to certain groups of people who also happen to just go against everything that Republicans love to do in their own private lives, right? I cannot stress to you enough the creepy factor. Like, why are you so obsessed with who's out there having kids? Is it because you like the thought of how you make kids? Like, you just want to picture these people whenever you see a pregnant woman, or are these Republicans picturing what got her to that point? Because I feel like they probably are. They love to accuse liberals are the ones sexualizing everything. Nope. You've literally now sexualized the Department of Transportation. You have sexualized infrastructure. And it's also worth pointing out that the areas of the country that do in fact have the highest birth rates all happen to be within the Bible Belt. And every single one of those is a red state. So maybe that was incidental, maybe it was coincidental. But also, I hope these idiots know, if you kind of drill down into some of these areas in these red states, you're going to find that the higher birth rates are actually happening within the populations that they really don't like. The poor folk. So, I don't know, maybe that's a silver lining, right? Maybe they are going to go into these impoverished communities because they do have higher birth rates in a lot of these areas, and maybe they're going to start making their infrastructure better. If that's what happens, I guess I'm okay with it. But it doesn't change the fact that this is creepy as hell, because Republicans are overly obsessed with sex. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.